Did volatility get crushed? XIV didn't take off. TVIX didn't get crushed. It's holding up, is it? They're just waiting for the 230 smash down that comes from oil, I guess. Why not? Deer do what deer do. Deer do. Okay, hold on 2 seconds. I'll be right back. You can't just have one beer when you have a beer in the tropics. Okay, let's see here. Oil might go. What else is going on? Is anything breaking out? Anything we can whack? Edit. 2114. That's back to my buy. BRX, PTGX. I promised that I would look at. Okay, those. Still threatening. What was it that I was supposed to look at, Trace? SM, no, MG, SGMO? SGMO, yeah. Sorry. SGMO. Oil just failed at the quad wall. So we'll see. Closes in 27 minutes. I would expect oil to get going here, and I would also expect the S&P to have follow through when oil closes, but you never know. Pardon me. Let's pull back a bit from this morning highs, but it's on a grab. SGMO. Whoa, what a great chart, eh? So are you long in here, Trace? What's your plan, Stan? One, two, three, four. It's getting a little long in the tooth, this move, just so you know. But look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Ooh. It's up against that resistance still. That's the resistance. Isn't that the resistance? Yeah, sure it is. So it's just got to get up over that. You need 1326 and it's gone. That's what you need. You're long from 1014. Congratulations. Way to go. Banking. Tracy's banking. Yeah, you need 1326. But yeah, you can see in the chart that the bulls are in it. What a great chart. Let's squeeze momentum in a curve. If it turns dark green, it doesn't mean it's going to pull back, because in here it popped. Congrats. Especially if you get the news, man. It's going to be one hell of a play. I took some opioids last night for back pain, and I can see why people get hooked on that stuff. It's crazy. Like simple over-the-counter. Well, here you can buy opioids over-the-counter. You don't have to go to a doctor. Okay, I just want to do a quick survey of the market and then we'll get at it. So I don't know if there's any, sorry Trace, I don't know if there's anything I can tell you about it. It's bullish. You need 1326. Looks fantastic and congratulations. I'm pumped for you. Squeeze momentum indicator. I know, it's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. It's poised. It's poised to rip the hell out of shorts. I wonder what the short interest is like in that thing right now. Crazy. 1326. And you're out of there. I'm pumped for you because this could be a really, really, really good one for you. Such a beautiful chart. All the way. It's just a great chart. It's too bad they all have this resistance, but news will just blow that out. Okay. S&P. Still floating along here. The bulls, eh? Scaredy cats. I'm one to talk. VIX 11.9. XIV. There's a very good possibility oil gets a jump here when oil closes. And the S&P gets a jump and VIX, the volatility gets hammered further. That is possible. And people in TVIX might start to panic as we near the end of the day, especially as oil is getting closer to closing, which is in 22 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do one really quick scan and then we're going to chart the hell out of something here. Is Reed in the room still? What chart beyond your Bitcoin model, so Bitcoin related, would be best for me to take a look at things like channels and targets and stuff? Whichever one it is, if you don't mind just putting a link in the room, that'd be awesome. Well, I just do a quick look at the scanners here on the markets. No worry, Reed, it's going to take me a few minutes to finish the scan here. Bama broker, today is truly Crazyville. Pardon me. We had it nailed, Mr. Bama. That's the way it works. They're not letting it go. No way. They might have let it go 10, 12%, but they're not letting it go. That's what stops are for. BICF or BTCS, and BICF, that's the one halted, no? Starts trading in September. Does anybody know a date? I probably don't have a date. September 7th. Wow, interesting timing. Okay. Well, that's the one that folks seem to really like. Let's take a quick peek here. So basically what we've done is we've shown everyone the basics of getting your model together. This one is on 15-minute and my suspicion is that the orange lines are on the hour, the gray lines are I mean the orange on the 30 and the gray on the 15. Now I could be wrong, but because of the nature of these also, it's a little bit tricky. But let's go into the oil room quick. So this is Masterclass 215, August 29, 2017. Masterclass, I believe, 14, 15. Our count is kind of off anyway. Doesn't really matter. Well, I'm going to take a look at the model and see. So if you go into an Epic the Oil Algorithm report, you will find that there's different indicators suggested in the model. Different ways to trade it, probabilities than others. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at chart. We're going to go visit the Epic Oil Room. It's still open. So the basic model that you have been shown so far is the equivalent of this right here. And then there's another one right here, etc. It's to be that oil trades in such a way that you can put the four together and you get the baseball diamond kind of thing happening. Now, the reason why Epic's so powerful, one of them, there's a few of them, is that's a target for 4:30 today, one for Wednesday at 10:30, and there's one down there and one up there for Friday at 1 o'clock, depending on whether or not trade goes down channel or up channel. Channels are represented in these purple arrows, explaining to investors, oil might go this way or that way. It's always a decision after each one of these diamonds. The power in it is if these targets become predictable, they're really predictable. They're near 100%. When they're not predictable, it's kind of for fun. But what is very predictable are these channels. We know where these channels are in advance. How do we know where the channels are? We know because we put the model together, the diamonds you have on any one of your charts. So here's one of the diamonds, right? We put them together in such a way that they form channels. So in this particular instance, there's the mid part of the channel there, top part of the channel there, bottom part of the channel there. So when trade gets down into the channel farther, there becomes a decision every time. So there's a decision here. There it is. There's the, whoops, where'd they go? Purple arrows. Let's see if this chart will cooperate here. Oh boy. Anyway, I think you get the point. So as trade comes down, this is the decision here to continue going down channel or to go up this channel here. So right now trade is obviously moving its way down channel. There's no purple arrows here yet, but the decision is to either hold at this support here and continue up the channel, or to not hold at this orange line support and continue down the channel. Those channels are critical because they're there in advance, which is not like conventional charting. Conventional charting doesn't have these channels in advance. So the channels, the quad walls we call them, the intraday, and we can even move it down on tighter time frames. If you Google it, you'll see it with Epic. And then the targets, it's all support and resistance decisions. These purple horizontal lines are conventional support and resistance historically. The other horizontal lines are Fibonacci related. Where Black Box comes into this scenario is that these actual lines here, these quads, these are different than what you've been taught so far, in that the conventional chart that you've been taught that shows you how to do your quads, they work, but specific to oil, oil works with custom quads. So in other words, these quadrants you wouldn't come up with if you did it the conventional way that I showed you. But the way that we've taught you is done in 97 to 98% of equities and currencies and commodities. So the reason why Epic is Epic is it's original to itself, so it's proprietary in the way that these quads are done. We just happen to figure out how it's done. The other thing that's proprietary are these targets and how we come up with the targets. So the actual quadrants, and you'd have to go back to the beginning and look how we do the standard quadrants, how we get them established based on diagonal Fibonacci retracement principles, these actual quadrants on Epic are done under the same principle, but they're not done exactly the same way. They are not conventional in that they are proprietary to oil. That, however, doesn't make them black box. Black box, the definition of black box is you know something's working, but you can't explain why. Black box on Epic's charting, technically speaking, are these targets. Even that isn't completely 100% black box, but the term black box can be applied to things like these channels because the average person can't figure them out, but it's not the technical definition of the principle of black box, if that makes sense. So in other words, if you went to go and model this, it would be very difficult for you without my model figuring out how to model oil, and a lot of people would call that black box, but it's not technically black box. So that's kind of hard to explain. The reason why I'm showing you Epic as an example is it shows you where these models get to eventually and how predictable they get. You'd have to study out Epic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a generation 1 model that Reed gave us, and we're going to take a look at how I would, we're going to get out of the oil room, take a look at how I would actually model this if I was going to possibly model it. Acore, isn't that the one? Isn't that a washout? Sorry guys, we have to keep things fluid here. SGMO, let's go to Acore here. I'm sure that's our washout. Acore. Now, if you're confused about the modeling, just go back to the beginning of the videos and watch them through, and then of course I'll take the time with you. You know, anytime you want, jump on a plane, come out, visit, sit on the beach, have a few beer, and I'll show you how the models work. Yeah, this is our washout. This is my shoulda, coulda, woulda today. I hate these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. 1790. Look at that. 10%. What a mistake, Kurt. And I knew it. Dang it. It's textbook washout. Textbook. You don't have to take a vacation to come. You come to work. You don't have to. That was awesome sarcasm. Oh, I see the models part. I get it. Well, on the beach, there's endless models on the beach here. It's actually crazy. What's that guy's name that started the whole hair industry with the anyways, one of the biggest hair dudes in the world. Anyway, he's just down the road from me right now with all his models. I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, look at oil. Sorry, we might not get to this model yet. Look at this. See, this is hit the bottom of the quad perfect. Look at those long tails. Bounces off the quad wall here. Bounces off the natural support. Bounces off the fibs right to the quad wall. Testing to the upside. Those tails on the long side, they're not a great sign to the upside. But anyway, and it was just about to come out. It didn't. So close. you can see, hey, how it all fits. You just, you know, Epic comes down to, if you get to an orange quad wall, you hit it, right? Comes down there, okay, hit it for support, boom. Support doesn't work, down here somewhere, cut your loss, or get a great gain. Now, of course, with price discovery disappearing in oil and trading $52 and $46 right now, completely mid-range, it's not the easiest trade in the world, but hair and air. Hughes. Isn't Hughes dead? I'm sure he's dead. And I just shut it off. Dang. See, and the other thing too, look at the target here for 4:30 today. Now these targets move. It says 6:30 down here, but it's really 4:30. So always look at the bottom down here. And, but yeah, look at that. God darn it. Okay. I'm missing it here. Get it together. Right, Instabrokers. Buy. Dang it. I was taken off. Market. Day. 1,000? So hoping it would back off a little bit here. Then hit it. Time is at 2. Oh, what was closing? It's 2:28. That's not a good idea. Very dead. Didn't he go nuts or something with, yeah, can't remember what it's called. Anyway, oil's got lots of jig, but I don't take a trade at 2:28 right before oil closes. It's just, it's a thing with me. So oil's going to close, the S&P is going to get going, volatility is going to get crushed. You're going to see volatility at 10.4. Well, because of insurance buyers and stuff, maybe 11, maybe between 11, 10.4 and 11. Hope you stay at step 1, Kurt. Oh, I'm far gone. Corey. Sorry, Corey, Chris. Damn, and oil's going too. But anyway, it's closing. So we're going to watch the S&P very close right now because next is the TVIX bulls. You might want to message in stock twits that crazy Melanopoly guy says that you're all dead between now and tomorrow morning. Jump fast. Great. Okay, here we go. We'll wait for that dinger. As soon as that bobber starts going, I'm going to go over to TVIX and watch these poor folks suffer to about probably 1650, 1720 to 1650, so 70 cents. That's their pain that's coming their way, but we'll let them discover it. All right, let's get back to our model. Where are we? Edit. KTOS. So they're going to Mars soon, hey? Can't even buy a ticket yet. Who modeled this? Wow, that's pretty complicated stuff. Pretty complicated stuff, Reed. Is it supposed to look like this? It's awesome. Let's try 30 minutes with it. Ooh, that's getting closer, I bet. Reed's probably not in the room anymore. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to show you the gold algo. We'll do it that way. Gold. I shut it off, didn't I? Okay, we'll just go get it. Ideas published. Damn, I could have hit that oil trade if I hadn't been distracted by JD. Gold. There, Goldman sales. You know, that model, the problem with that model, well, we can always go back to it, but I'll show you on gold really quick because you guys seen oil and kind of what it looks like. It's, see, in oil, I don't know if you noticed, but on that baseball field, there's like the outer part of it, and those diagonal lines, I can't tell you how they all come together because it's proprietary, but you've got the principles of how these work. Oh, come on, seriously? This isn't even a big, oh, oh, I know what it is. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Say bye. Your zapper don't do shit. Your zapper ain't worth shit. Here we go, kids. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at, see the volume there. Oh, oil closed a few minutes ago. TVIX bulls have no idea what's about to happen to them. Oh, it's getting close. Okay, gold. Now, some of the models, it depends on the model, and you have to test them, right? Some test on the 15, 30 hour, even some were modeling on the daily. Depends what your intentions are with the equity or commodity or whatever, and how you want to trade it, and how the large funds, like the liquidity, is trading it. But the idea is to go back, as far as you can, preferably 60 months, and see what time frame works best. That also affects the channels. So the idea is to get channels. Now, if you remember that oil chart, there's 4 quads together. So quadruple quads form channels. With gold, as an example, on 60-minute, you'll find that the 60-minute quads are the channels, so you don't have to put 4 together. Oil's modeled on 30-minute. Gold is modeled on 60-minute. So it just happens to be that the channels work for 60-minute, and as soon as the S&P leaves us alone here and stops threatening the TVIX bulls, we can get this done. Okay. Buy 1,000. TVIX, or no, short. Buy. I want to short it, please. 500. Market. Whew, my heart actually went a beat or two there into my chest. Okay. Now we need this to confirm. We'll just put the alarm up here a little further. Now we're ready. We'll look at the volume coming in. Did anybody message the TVIX bulls yet? StockTwits. Be pretty good karma to let them know they're all dead. Okay. Yeah, okay. North Korea is gonna like bomb somebody. That's gonna happen. They shot a missile. Abe. I love Abe. He's like, oh, I think North Korea shot a missile over our country. Okay, yeah. Japan's just gonna let a frickin' nuclear missile fly over their country. See, we took video of it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Look at the volume coming in. It's 238. The bulls in here are gearing up. I don't see the bulls in TVIX gearing up, do you? Let's see. No, they don't exactly look like they're getting serious. These bulls. 1 minute. Whoa. These bulls. Well, what's 9,000 times 250 bucks? It's so funny. The whole thing's so funny. Okay. So anyway, the point is when you're doing the model, right? After you back tested it all, you did your basic model. Then what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to find your channels, right? Is it actually functioning on 3060 or what? Because those channels become critical. So with gold, it happens to be that there's two different time frames that it responds to in the channels. There's a wide time frame here, this one, and there's a tighter time frame here, and I can't remember the time frame, but I think 660 and daily maybe. That's two different ones, and the wider one you mark with a thicker line because it will tend to, and you have to back check it all your work. But anyway, so then you say to yourself, well, and I haven't marked off the channels in gold like I did with oil because I'm still working on this model. This one's earlier development. Now, there's also an argument, well, maybe you could get that baseball field going here, but you know what? There isn't, on oil, it has two lines. Gold doesn't have it. There's specific reasons for it, and we're back into the proprietary part. But the point is that those quads will make up channels, and when you find the time frame, how are we feeling over here? Okay, well, I guess we got to give it a try. Hey, sell. That's what I want to do, right? 500 over and transmit. Partially filled. 1727, I think, something like that. 500 TVIX 1727. Why 1727? It's trading 1729. Anyway, the point is that the quads, you take them back in time, you try them on the 15, 30 hour, etc. But it's really critical that the trade stays inside of the channel of those quads. if it leaves, right, on its retracements and its advancements, you if it leaves the channel, then you're on the wrong time frame. That's the important part. So you want it to go up and down channels consistently in that time frame, if that makes sense. So you got to look at our models to understand. If you don't understand it, you can always ask me, and like I said, come for a beer. So, but that's the way it's got to be done. You can't have a model where it leaves, like it randomly leaves the channels. It just means you're on the wrong time frame. You're on the wrong time cycle, and that's the whole point that I'm trying to make. Those channels become critical for trading. So if we go to that oil chart, that this bottom part of the channel, it's critical. You see how it hit here perfectly? Like this is forever on the chart. This is not something gets made up today. It might hit there. It's something that it could be modeled years in the future, literally weeks, months, years in the future. It's just and it's just how it works. And that's channels. Now, the fact that there's two on the outside of each, larger quad of 4 with oil is proprietary to oil, that will not apply to, it only applies to oil. So then you go back, that's why I'm showing you the gold chart. And then you go back to the gold chart. Let's see what TVIX is doing here. Oh, come on, as if. Yeah, okay. Let's set up some alarms here quick. Oh, look, it's horns. Alarm. And, yep. Need one of those. And you go up like this. Now, that oil chart, just so you know, it's a scenario where I can't, I wish I could give you the secret sauce there, but I can't. But you'll discover the secret sauce in each one, and how you discover the secret sauce in each one is you have to go back 60 months. That's how we discovered that secret sauce in oil, right? Very specifically, because you get to know the nature of how it trades. And you'll see on the videos where, we tried to model natural gas, and sure enough, Chris, look at that. Oh, how's TVX looking? And Chris nailed it, right? Chris comes back with the model because he went back and he put the work into it. And I don't know for sure, but I think Chris put 100 hours into it or more. Epic's got 4,400, I think, hours in it, something like that. So let's just take a quick look at the S&P here, now that I'm actually in the trade. Make sure. And then, you get more complicated ones like my S&P model. It's a little, it's a little out there, but it works. And then learning how to drive the car isn't exactly easy either. But I think you get the idea. So if you go to an Epic newsletter, and you should be able to just Google it, I would think. Let's see if it works. And you look at a historical Epic, the oil algorithm newsletter, and you see that we explain, the most probable trade, the next, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm actually talking about, the targets, the quads, the channels, et cetera, right? So TradingView, no, we want our website. Interesting. The actual blog. So anyway, you go to our blog, you go to our website, click on the blog, and you will find a historical one. And here, this is a great example. This video shows you smaller quads. So in each one of the quad, there's smaller quads. So if you watch this video, this will trip you right out. This is like Epic on steroids. No, this isn't the one. But there's one that shows, the smaller. Let's just see here. You see those? See how there's little ones inside of each there? So those are tighter frame. and like how to get those in there and everything. Like if you want to trade oil really tight, that's how it's done. But you'd have to go and find it, search it on our YouTube channel. Of course, I didn't prepare for this. What's Greg got there? 1720 was the next leg price starting point on yesterday's NK alert run up. Okay, 1720 after hours. I think we should see 245.24 here. It's possible. And volatility is coming down 11.7. Not sure what the 1720 or maybe that. Oh, I see. That's the TVIX. And then I think we still got some room here. I think we got at least 11.3 on the VIX. How's TVIX doing? 1720. What's the next leg price starting point on yesterday's round? I see. I get it. Get it. So I hate to keep interrupting us, but I kind of have to. So I think you get the idea. It's really critical that if you're really serious about running some models, go to the blog, go to Epic, the oil algo, look at some historical ones, and it tells you very specifically, how we do it. If you want to go beyond that, there is a video on YouTube that I'll probably eventually take down because we're going to start taking our stuff down on all of this and not be quite sherry. But anyway, you can see on that video, the intraday quads that can go inside of the quads and how all that's built. There's a whole discipline in there. But here's a standard, and it tells them very specifically where the primary areas of trade and the most probable areas are, and it tells them in the order of probability, right? So it literally says the most, blah blah blah, the most probable area. Probable way to trade is this, and then this, and then this. That's how the newsletters are, and that's what you want in one of your models. So then the question is, well, what models? Do you want your quads? You might want your HK quads. You want your targets. You want your channels. You want your primary resistance and clusters, and you can find that on Apex Charting. Darn it, breaking up pain. Okay, well. Am I still breaking up? Okay, I'll be right back. Is that any better? Not much better. Okay, we'll have 2 seconds. Okay, how's that sound? Awesome. Okay, so yeah, basically I was just explaining that, darn it, look at this little bugger. Ah, you little bugger. Ah, what happened? Is there news? Oh, SPY came off a little bit. Seriously? Wow, the bulls are in TVIX. Bastards. Oh, can't see. I'm looking at TVIX chart. Hold on a second here, everybody. Try this again. Damn, they got me. Ah, bastards. Ah, the S&P will get going here again. It's only 500 shares. Buggers. Anyway, so I was just saying before we got cut off there, that at the end of the day, it's all about um, taking the model, the basic model, getting the resistance clusters in, and you have to look at epic charting. You have to figure that out. Getting the channels in, maybe getting the smaller quads in, and the targets and those kind of things. And you have to look to FX charting for that. So that's basically what we want to accomplish. So between now and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, I'm going to find a chart that we can actually do that on. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that on gold to show you, because oil is done and the Bitcoin charts are so new that makes it really tough to do. Now, Bitcoin itself we could do, but even that is tough because you want all those indicators, because those indicators are indicators of trade beyond just the simple quads, and they all help. So that's what I was trying to say. And that's it. And then that's the end of masterclass. So Friday, it'll just be any questions. Wednesday and Thursday will be those last indicators, and then we're done. And that's masterclass for today. But I'm going to keep the recorder going because we might have a trade. We are in a trade. TVIX at sit. No, I'm not up 24 bucks. What are you talking about? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, is there anything running at the end of the day here? Anybody got anything good to eat? There's gotta be something running, no? So I'm at my buy right here. I don't like this one. I don't buy. 500. Market. Just don't feel good about this anymore. Dust is perking up. How's edit doing here? Interesting. This market doesn't give you a lot. You have to be really, really keen to carve out in this market. Bios. Juno has been ripping, roaring. Juno's been roaring. How come you didn't tell me? And a flag. It's a flag. Core looks good. Juno. I need a good trade. Just one. That's all I need. Oil's gonna get going here again. TVX 2223. 2223. 2122. 2223. 324. I don't like this trade anymore. Whoops. Yeah. Says I made 70 bucks. How did I do that? Well, I'm definitely in the mood to hit something really strong. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that pop? Interesting. Can't believe they think it could actually come back. Well, I'm up almost 1% today, but it would be nice to get a nice trade. Anyway, in all seriousness, if you guys have any questions about those models, you're welcome to text me or, DM me or whatever, anytime, email me. But Wednesday and Thursday, I'll take gold to another level. It's funny, Epic is on its way to its target, perfect again. Wow, MGTI, really, The problem with it is it, I think, sells off end of day a lot. If I remember right. Could be wrong, but I like to see volatility dump here. The only problem is it's got support around 11.4. Oh, look at that. So they are going to get it to 11.4 today, I think. Wow, the crazy thing is the symmetry. Oh, and the time of day is exact. Like, look at that structure and look at that structure. They're freaking identical. Crazy. Way to go, Trace. Nice move. What? Oh, PSN. Ooh, there's storms coming in right now. So it's the last minute on the 5. Last minute. Ten seconds. There's the switch on the 5 minute. And I should have held that short, eh? Dang it. Just, it's tough to trade it. It's not easy. None of this is easy. Wow, here comes a set of bull horns here. Ooh, look at this. Damn resistance in here again. It's 1497 though. Still. Uh-oh. Well, they might just punish those shorts in a really bad way right now. This keeps up to 330 and I don't know. I should have just stayed with the plan. Such a loser. They are punishing them. Even XIV is taking off now. Everybody's starting to cover, I think. And the day's getting close. Hope is being lost. Kissing the loved ones goodbye. Shorting hope. I dated this girl, and her ex, after like they were broken up and I was with this girl, her ex gave her the movie Titanic on a video for Christmas the next Christmas. Oh, I felt so bad. I actually wanted to go and apologize to the guy. It's a true story too. Oh, I felt bad. Okay. Once in a while you just gotta step out. What am I at here? Where's my order fill? 1704. Ugh, I should have held that 1727. Should have held the one earlier too. Did that actually gap like that? That didn't happen. So 11.4 on here is the first target. Ooh, stock RSI's at the bottom. I should have looked at that first, shouldn't I? Actually, that can flatten right out anytime. MACD's on its way down. Stock or squeeze momentum's on its way down. I don't know why I'm having a hard time trading this today. Get your mojo on, Kurt. Oh, 3 minutes left. Almost 5 minutes. Oh, they're just punishing them. Should have held this all day too. Shoulda, coulda, woulda is all day today. I had the right idea, didn't I? All the gurus talk about staying with your plan and blah, 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 blah. I'm like quadruple minded in every play. Forget double minded. Team. There we go. I'm a much better technician than I am a trader, but whatever. Percent a day keeps the doctor away. Ugh. Punishment. Minute, night, oh, it's just severe now. Minute left. Okay, it's almost down to the target. S&P is almost up to resistance. TVIX is, you know what? 40 seconds left. Okay, so this next pop, I'm going to hit it very large. Yeah, we had it right. I knew in pre-market because I was working my ass off to figure it all out, right? Like I was like, I think I got this. I think I got it. I think I know what's going on. It's just that that's much different knowing, you know, being a good technician and a good trader, two totally different things. That's why I rely on 1% a day. If I can get a couple 100% a year, I'm good. I'm great. It's good, 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 good. Just chew around the edges. Chew around the edges. Just keep chewing. It's how I always beat people in business. Same way. I just kept chewing around the edges on them until they just went nuts. And then they work for you. I didn't say that. It's true though. Okay, I want to see one more pop in TVIX and then I'm going to hit that thing so hard. Let's do something like sell. Let's just start hitting it a little harder. Well, maybe not quite that big. Let's go 1,000 at a time. Market. It's not going to get a pop here. Here comes a pop. I'd like to see a pop to 1709. Come on, let it come up. Give them some hope. Yes, 50-day right here. Oh, really? It's a good idea to check those things. Well, this says there's a resistance at 245.24 for sure. Wouldn't it be fun to get a blow off up here? That would be hilarious. See, I knew when volatility, I don't know if you remember, but in the morning I was like, it's in the apex. It's the widest width, right, of the quadrant. Doesn't always work though, like this candle here wasn't in the apex, that wasn't in the apex, but this isn't proven, this is just, I shouldn't have said anything. Talking out my ass there on that one. Okay, TVIX 1709. 1705, 1706. Here it comes. Give me 1705, 1706. Here it comes. It's funny, hey, this is how I was trained on the tape. The MAs are representative of the tape, basically. So the MACD is turning up. Stock RSI is up, but it's near the top. So what did we get there? 170. Oh, we got it. 1704, 1705. Seconds left on this candle. 329. This might be the blow off right here. I'll just check the indicators really quick just to make sure. That's hilarious. No, that's not going to work. Anything strong into the end of the day? I can get a little scalp in. 6 months free. MACD is about to turn up on the S&P. Ooh, look at that. Holy shit, I wouldn't want to be short the S&P right now. Not with that MACD the way it is, that's pretty predictable stuff. It hasn't crossed yet, but it's amazing it's that simple, eh? But look at it. I have a suspicion that it's going to have a blow off top. There's only 26 minutes left, but The shorts have got to be wondering. The S&P just reacted to oil. How long CUR, 1,000 shares. 136, I think. Yeah, 136. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on this candle. Bugger. Damn. I'm going to swing this one. Yeah, I'm gonna swing this one. Wow, what a great day for MGT. 20%. It's huge. It's a great day. Congrats, Trace. It's awesome. Wow, look at that chart. Awesome. Crazy. That's just awesome. XXII. So I'll have that on watch for the morning. So the S&P almost got up to that resistance. The VIX almost got, well, it got within. No, it got to the target pretty much within a penny, half a penny. XIV did what we thought it would do. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit in this one for a swing. That's a strong end of day. All that volume that came in there. They're bottom playing it. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna swing it. I already bought it on the swing side. I have it on the day trading side. I got it on both sides, so I'm in. One, two, three little wins, one swing. Okay, well, have a good night, guys and ladies, and we'll see you in the morning.